Yeah. It says we are live. We're live. Live.
All right.
More comedy. We're live.
It's Tuesday night. I'm Wild Joe, and we are right on time. Dive Bar Comedy. Thank you, Carol. That's Carol Newell doing all our tech guru, getting us up and running. So it has been fun. We are not doing the Zoom show as often because we've been out in real bars. So we are doing next week, the third Tuesday of every month. We are at Lotus Lounge. That's on Vermont, just east of Hollywood. And then the last Tuesday of the month, we are at Liquid Zoo. That's up in the valley in Van Nuys. And then the first Tuesday, so that would be like November 2nd, we're going to be at Witch's Brew. That's in North Hills, also in the valley. So if you guys want to come out, if you're in the LA area, come out and check out one of our shows. Starts at 8 o'clock. So with that, let's get on to our Zoom show and have our theme song by the late and great GT, which we need to start incorporating into our live show as well. If we can make up a dance to it, have a sing along.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Uncensored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Yeah.
There it is. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy, and happy birthday to GT. His birthday was last weekend, and he's missing out on everything. We're having so much fun without him. So, poor GT. All right, we're in the bars where GT got us started. He's the one that booked these places, and I've been keeping it going, and they have not dropped us yet, so they must like us. They keep inviting us back month after month. So, all right, let's get around and talk a little bit to our comics. Carol, let's start with you. You're always out there in the streets doing things. What are your announcements? What's been going on?
I'm in the streets. I am doing a show tomorrow at David Buster's in Hollywood. I will be live and an actual show. Woohoo! Then on Saturday, we're doing the Pan Pacific Park. We are not doing Baja this week. They have a thing, so we're not doing the Baja, but we are doing the Pan Pacific, and I booked a few extra people for that. So next week, Tuesday, we'll be at Lotus Lounge, right? And then on Thursday, November 4th, I have a big show coming up. It's at the Nile Spot. It's a new place. And we have a stacked lineup, including Hurricane as our headliner. We got Willie Mack, Mike Muratori, Jessica Winter, Lynn Sun, Cosmo. It's just like a show full of headliners. So if you're in the area on a Thursday, November 4th, come out and see us. And I got stuff in between. So we'll be doing all of that. But that's pretty much it for this week.
I finally made it out to that Pan Pacific Park show of Carol's. That's an afternoon show in a very beautiful park. I've never been to this park before. They have like a little, I guess you call it a like amphitheater.
Amphitheater, open air
amphitheater. It's
amphitheater.
small, but it's nice. It's an outdoor theater, and Carol's been doing like guerrilla style shows Now they have a sign up that says you need a permit. How's that going, Carol?
I called, they didn't call me back, so I'm still doing shows.
And we had to kick out a couple of boxing. They were doing some kind of boxing or something. And Carol just kicked him out. She's like, how long are you going to be doing sparring? It's time for our show. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, last Saturday they had a whole big festival going on, so we had to go to the other end of the park, but we still made it happen. So we won't be deterred.
Well, it's nice, and it's nice weather still. So get out there and enjoy if you like the outdoors, or if you're still afraid to do indoor things. That's a nice COVID safe, super distanced place. There's a lot of
it's right next to the Grove. It's in the heart of the city, so it's pretty much accessible from everywhere.
Yes. So go to Pan Pacific Park. Yay! All right, you guys. Let's see who else we got here. Pete de Alessandro. Is that how you say it? De Alessandro. Am I saying it correctly?
It's a little too sexy when you say it like that, but I'm less sexy than that, and then you just delivered. So take it, I guess.
Well, Pete, you're missing your apostrophe today.
I'm not bringing the apostrophe. Can't believe you noticed my lack of apostrophe.
I do notice those things.
Like my zipper is down, but in text.
It's like 2 capital letters. Anyway.
Capital letters. You can't lose the capital.
You need the apostrophe, Pete, to make it all
the apostrophe,
flow.
I can use that apostrophe to crash databases that can't handle apostrophes. Just someone who wrote the database never considered that Irish people or Italian people might log in one day. That's fun. That's teaching somebody a lesson.
Is the apostrophe on your passport?
Yes. Okay. Yes, it is. Just like a regular Italian would have.
Okay.
Real
nice.
Italian.
Nice. So, Pete, you're staying home. You're still sheltering in place.
Still sheltering, probably too much. Starting to get a little stir crazy a year and a half in. Starting to miss the gym a lot. Really starting to miss the gym, and I'm learning a lot about my family. If I can get my toddler to bed by 7, then she goes to sleep. And if I get my toddler to bed at 7:05, then she's up till 9. So I pulled it off today. But I'm learning that stuff. I'm learning that stuff here at home.
You're kidding. No, you need to teach me, because my toddler's midnight. It's like, I try, like 9 o'clock is the toothbrushing alarm. Like you have to brush your teeth. And then there's a lot of just random requests and jumping around and stuff. That happens usually until 10:30 or so. And then it's lights out, because that's my bedtime. And then I go to bed, and then guess what? My 2-year-old runs upstairs, parties with grandma and grandpa until about midnight.
Oh my God.
Then they bring him in, and then I have to wake him up in the morning and bring him to daycare bright and early. So.
What time do they get up?
8, 7:30, 8. The alarm goes at 7:30, but it's not like a ridiculous hour. I mean, I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. So.
No, my kid will sleep 7 until about 6. So I'm getting more hours, but yeah, you get to sleep in a little more than I do. I'll get that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. These babies are untrainable. I'm just hoping they don't accidentally kill me, because he's so rough and like strangling and stuff, but he's only 2. I'm like, what's going to happen when he's 5, 6? Like, I might just break my neck, and they'll find me in the morning, and they'll be like, oh, poor Joe, killed by her own spawn. So.
Just until you can't breathe anymore. Yeah. Well, they all do that. Don't worry. That is not just your toddler. They all do that.
Okay.
I'm in a hitting phase right now where she just swats and punches, and that's the phase we're at. That's the toddler. That's the terrible.
They're stronger than they look, because they don't just slap you. Like, they take their whole body weight and their whole arm and throw it behind. They throw a good punch or a good slap anyway.
Yeah. They know all your weak points too. Like, she's like, oh, the bottom of the nose, like, oh, the back of the ball sack. That, like, they know the parts that hurt. That's how they.
No, mine mostly goes for the neck.
That's not better. No, you're right. That's not better.
For all different ways, like from behind, like hanging off me, or like from the front, like just like pinching right here, like.
Yep.
Yeah, all kinds of.
Pinching,
Wow.
pinching starts. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then you have to cut their little fingernails, and which is hard in itself. And if the nail is, even if it's short, it's still very sharp.
They're polished. They're really honed to a point. Yeah. So shelter in place. Now that you say that out loud, really doesn't sound like shelter anymore. I'm getting punched in the face, kicked in the balls, scratched. You know.
Wow.
You know how it is.
Wow. So, but what made you keep sheltering after everybody else has gone out? June 15th, the bar's opened, everything else opened.
Everything
Why
else
are you
is
still
open.
sheltering?
All right, so a couple things. I ran out of money, and then that made it easy to not go to the bars. And then after that, I guess I'm thinking about the fact that my daughter is not vaccinated. So I'm like, well, she's not vaccinated. Should I bring home something, and then would I have to kill myself? I guess I would. So instead of that, I just don't go out.
That's really sweet of you, but at the same time, babies have like almost no symptoms.
No chance.
COVID.
I know.
Like mine had it. I'm almost positive because I had it and the in-laws had it all at the same time. And during that week where everybody had it, they both developed fevers for like 4 hours that then went away.
Shit. Yep.
You know, so I believe they had it too, even though they didn't get tested, but it was like nothing for them. So.
Look, I didn't say you booked me on this show because I'm rational. I just said I'm sheltering in place. I don't think
I'm just trying to make
I wouldn't hang out with
I'm just trying to make you feel better. And about running out of money, guess what? I got a check for $1,100 today from state of California for like no reason. Like they're still just giving out money for no reason at all. I think it's because I have kids. I don't know. I didn't expect it. I was not waiting for this check. It just showed up and I was like, wow, this is nice.
Take it.
So
that is awesome.
Yeah. So maybe you'll get one too.
I bet I will.
They're giving out advances. Was it from the U.S. Treasury? Because they're giving
No,
out.
this one was from. I did get money from the U.S. for I think for children having children, but this was from the state of California. So I have no idea why they're giving me money, but I went to the bank and deposited it today. So. Hey, money's just coming from nowhere. It's perfect. So, anyway, all right, Pete. What about your show? So you're not doing shows?
Not doing shows. I'm still on Twitter. I'm on Twitter a little more.
Zoom?
I'm a little on Zoom. I'm still on. I'm more on Twitter than I used to be. At Pete of all trades. Twitter. It's
Twitter?
not Facebook. It's not Facebook. You won't get thrown off Twitter for being accurate. So. Yeah, that's a good Twitter.
You got thrown off Facebook? You didn't get thrown off Facebook.
I didn't get thrown off Facebook. But it's because I don't use Facebook. I'm too active.
Well, Twitter, I didn't know anybody used Twitter still. I have it, but it's not very active.
I'm still yelling at politics on Twitter.
All right, Pete. Well, I'm glad you're here in our virtual bar. At least you get to socialize with some adults.
Thanks.
That's my favorite part of the week. So, yep. Like I was telling David, I'll move on to David. When you have a little kid, you're kind of that age. You have to get on their level. So I've been at the level of a toddler like most of the time for a while now. So, yep.
Yeah, I enjoy.
David Zasloff said he has a kid, so he said he's a child at heart and that he easily gets to her level.
Well, it's easy to become a kid when you got a kid. It's hard to be a kid when there's no kid around, and all of a sudden you look like a fucking idiot. But I really have a good time being stupid with my kid. I really enjoy that part of my brain, part of my life. And it never goes away.
Do you play with your kid? Like my daughter wants me to play dolls and like pretend and stuff, and I get so bored. Like it's so hard for me to do for more than 5 minutes. I'm like, this is boring.
We have several games. One of our favorite games is Make Me Laugh, where I sit in the chair and she has to do something that's funny until I laugh, and then once I laugh, she sits in the chair and it's a hysterical game. And I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I take her to school at 6:30, and all the way to school, which is about a 20-minute drive, we're trading jokes. You know, what did the zebra say to the elephant? What did the snail? Just making up jokes for 20 minutes. It's a great life. Having her around is phenomenal, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
So Make Me Laugh. I actually today I was listening to a podcast. It was Barry Katz, the famous comedy manager, interviewing Howie Mandel
Yeah.
And Howie Mandel's first TV appearance was on a show called Make Me Laugh, where it was
Right.
the same concept,
Right.
where you have. Do you remember this show? I mean,
Yeah, I
where you have
remember.
to make the person laugh, and you have like a minute, and they get
Right.
money if
Right.
they don't laugh. So I guess you ripped it off that show, but that's funny. I just heard about that today.
I never actually never thought of that. I remember the show, but it didn't pop into my brain. I was just trying to find a way to show my daughter how to be funny and how to be free, how to improvise, and just let your mind go. Just relax, stop thinking, just behave, and be funny. And it's just beautiful. I love doing that, and she loves doing that. I love having a kid. And 6:30 in the morning, I got to get up. I get up at 6 o'clock to pack her lunch, and my wife picks her up in the afternoon.
Yeah, my kids are not in school yet, but I heard school starts at like 7 in the morning or like so
Yeah.
early. I'm like, why? That's not right.
No, it's good. They're out of the house. They're gone. They're fucking out of the house. Get some work done. Because when they're around, play with me, daddy. Play, daddy. Play with me. You know. And now they're in school, and then we put her in. Our school goes from like 7 till 1, and then from 1 o'clock till 6 o'clock, she's in after school care.
Okay.
So she's
And then
out
from
of.
6 o'clock. Then from 6 o'clock to midnight, you
No.
put her with the babysitter so you can go do
No.
comedy shows.
She goes to Tuesday, Monday and Wednesday. She's in dance class. Tuesday and Thursday she's in tumbling. And I'm doing gigs every night in here. I'm in South
Okay.
Carolina, so I'm doing shows
Every night?
every night. Every
How's
night.
the scene?
It's wonderful. It's just I'm smoking out here. It's just terrific.
Oh,
It's
really?
really true. Great gigs. I'm getting, it took a while to get to meet everybody and to learn to see and I don't know if you know this, but one of the persons that suggested I move here because I was against it, I spoke to Rich Scheiden, I don't know if you know Rich, but I was talking to him and he turns out he's living in Asheville, North Carolina, about 40 minutes away, and he said once you leave LA, David, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. And I thought
Well, I think LA is the only place where comics don't get paid in general. So I don't know.
yeah. Well, a lot of paid gigs out here, and a lot
Nice.
of all the clubs are open. Everything is. The virus doesn't exist out here except when someone dies. Then, it just doesn't exist until you get it. And my daughter got it. I was listening to you talking. My daughter had it for 5 hours.
Oh, really?
And, right, and then it's gone. It was gone. And both my wife and I are vaccinated. And my wife was sleeping with her and breathing with her and kissing her. And how do you quarantine a 7-year-old? You don't. There's just no way to do that. So, but we didn't get it, and my daughter did have it. So we went through a couple of weird days, but it was all right. And nobody is wearing masks out here.
Wow.
Nothing.
Did
Nothing.
they? I mean, did they go through? They only did it for like the minimum required time, like when people forced them to wear it, or were they just
Nobody's forced. Nobody's forced. And huge. I went to a gathering this weekend. There must have been, I don't know, 40,000, 50,000 people at this event. Yeah, huge event.
Wow.
Huge event in Greenville. Band stages and bands and rides. Not a mask in sight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hysterical. It's hysterical. And there's no mask, there's no virus, and the election was rigged, and everything else is a hoax. That's South Carolina, and we can't. And they can't wait for Trump to run again.
Oh, he'll probably will if he gets a chance. If he's
right.
still around.
It's possible.
And he might even win.
If he runs again, he will win. He will. Wow. If he runs again, and we should be terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't heard, I don't know what he's doing during this time, because he was in the news obviously as president, and before that nonstop every day, but now I don't hear a peep out of him. I don't know what he's doing. He's got millions of dollars. He's functioning. He is working behind the scenes, making the Republicans the stupidest people that ever existed on the planet. Well, don't tell your fellow South Carolinians.
Fuck
that.
it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick, totally sick. Yeah, the election was rigged. Are you kidding me? Just fucking crazy people. Crazy, totally crazy.
So there's a lot of like, what would you describe the style as? I mean, like, are there cowboys out there, or are there?
Yeah,
We used to call them shit kickers.
There's a lot of country folk. I live in Pickens County, which is the out of South Carolina, has the most amount of unvaccinated people and the most amount of deaths, and the least amount of masks. And this is where Liberty is where Deliverance was filmed.
Ooh. Ding, 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 ding.
That's it, Carol. Carol, you just hit it on. That's it, right there. I got lost the other night because my GPS. I was going to a gig and I got lost, and fortunately I saw a police car and I went over to ask. He had one tooth. The guy had one tooth. Now I don't. I don't know if he was in the middle of having dental work or not.
Would you call them hillbillies?
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Okay.
I don't know what to. I don't know what to
Dive
go
Bar
on.
Comedy wants to do a field trip one day, and maybe we'll have to come down to South Carolina because
No matter what I'm saying, I love it here. I mean, my career is happening. My wife just flew back to do a huge gig in south of Pasadena, and she's got an all-girl Latin band that's phenomenal. So her career is happening. She's flying back and forth, and I'll be in Portland at the end of the month doing a convention up there. And I just came back from a convention in where was I? Casper, Wyoming. Phenomenal gig. Great gigs. I'm
how
very
do you get these random conventions?
It's not
how do you
random.
find
I work my ass off. This is not random.
But how do you even know about these places? Like, how did you find out about these places?
Well, I've got 21 years in Narcotics Anonymous, and I started when I was in AA. I saw there were conventions, and I learned who to talk to and what to say, and because I'm in the program, and I that's been my circuit. I never did well in the comedy clubs. I don't know why. For a lot of reasons, I know why. A lot of fear, a lot of bullshit in my own brain. And I'm doing really well in the comedy circuit now, in the club circuit now, which is amazing to me. The NA gigs has been my life's my income for years.
Bread and butter.
Absolutely, great audiences, the best audiences, the best hotels, the best of everything. There's no greater gig than an NA convention.
Interesting facts. All right, David.
Or AA. NA, you could say more than Narcotics Anonymous is a little bit more vulgar than Alcoholics Anonymous. And when you go do gigs in Canada, when you cross the border, you never say you're going to an NA convention. You can say you're going to an AA convention, but not an NA, because as soon as they hear the word narcotics, they want to put you in jail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They give you the extra search.
You gotta ask for the special pat down, but
special treatment. You
nice.
over there,
All right.
go that way. All right, bye.
well,
Good
I'm
to
glad
talk.
you found the time to come on our show. This
Yeah,
is
it's
cool.
what the hell time? It's like 12:30 here.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to all our comics and hopefully be out of here within an hour or so.
All right.
All right. Let's see who's next. Linda Camacho.
Speaking of
I
Canada.
saw you were on Carol's show the other day.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a little Zoom slut. You're going from one Zoom show to the next Zoom show.
Well, I've had a lot of Zoom titles, and that's the first time I've had a Zoom. You know what? Though it's accurate. It's pretty accurate.
So where are you? You're somewhere far away. You're in Canada? Or?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto. What's up, everybody?
Oh, wow. So, how's that? I heard that the strip clubs are very wild in Toronto.
I wouldn't know.
I've heard, well, this is guys telling me this, so I don't know how much truth it is, but they said that girls will do like anything for $5 in Toronto. Like, seems a little unrealistic.
I hear the same about actors in LA.
Doesn't take $5.
So what, you've been going to the comedy clubs out there, or how's that going?
Well, comedy clubs are slowly opening up again, but I've continued to do the Zoom shows. I have health issues that make me feel like I don't want to risk it. It's just not worth it for me, and I'm getting like you said, all these Zoom shows because I'm a Zoom slut.
I love Zoom shows. I love staying home. So nice, and I just love meeting people from all over the place. I love Zoom, but
everything. I can literally talk to you for 24 hours about why I love Zoom. Comedy shows, they're my favorite.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you like it. I've had fun. I think Zoom is like the best thing to come out of the pandemic, and I wish I owned their stock. That's all I have to say.
It's actually how I met Carol as well. Carol's a friend, but Carol's not the one who booked me tonight. Just want to let you know. Just want to put my 2 cents there. But she's booked me on her show, I think 15 times now.
Woo.
And
wow.
Every time I always try to do some new material and try and impress her. We met on Zoom chats, so Zoom is everything for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Aw. So what about your sheltering at home? You have any cats, dogs, anybody keeping you company?
No, but I do want to own some butterflies.
Are you gonna buy them as
they come in boxes.
Stage?
They come in boxes like worms, and you feed them. And then you just have butterflies chilling on you. It's so sad.
My daughter, she's like, why don't we have butterflies in our land? That's what she calls like our neighborhood. She goes, why are there no butterflies in our land? And well, sometimes there's a butterfly, but they're not a daily sight. There aren't too many. So maybe I'll have to buy some of those caterpillars. They're not worms, they're caterpillars.
Caterpillars, yes. Did I call you?
Breed some butterflies.
They're both. I don't even know how I'm gonna survive that phase of it because I hate caterpillars, but I just won't look at it until it's a butterfly.
You probably have to feed it and care for it when it's a caterpillar.
I will just put a couple leaves in there and hope it survives.
I don't know if you're going to be the best butterfly owner, but you know what? Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Let us know how it is.
I will.
And where you buy these. I mean, I don't even know. Nowadays, like they changed the laws where they don't want puppy mills, they don't want breeders selling dogs in stores here. So there's no dogs or cats for sale. Like, I don't know where you're supposed to even get any animal, but let alone an exotic animal or butterflies or any of that stuff.
Amazon.
Oh my God. You're kidding. Wow. This seems more of an eBay style thing. You could get them on Amazon? Wow.
For the butterflies, yes. For anything else, black market, I
fell
guess.
in love with a cat. I went to this kitten. Have you heard of these kitten petting cafes they have now where you go in, you have to pay like $20 an hour just to pet kittens? And then if you want to buy one, so I did fall in love with one that was playing with my daughter. It was the nicest thing. It looked exactly like my old cat named Rambo. And its name was Rambo. So I thought this is like a sign. It's meant to be. It was gray with yellow eyes. I mean, it looked exactly the same. And it was in love with my daughter. I was like, I would have bought it. But no, you have to go on some website and sign up for their auction. And then like you don't bid on the right day. And it was in San Diego. And I went back to LA. And I'm like, oh God, like just how much for the cat? They made it very difficult. So I just ended up with no cat at all.
BS. They should make it like Amazon, just quick and easy.
Make it easy. Exactly. I'm already here. I'm here. I'm touching the cat. How much? I would have paid like, but then they're charging like $500. They said buy it now, $500. It's a mutt cat. Like it's not a purebred or anything.
Damn.
I don't know where they got it from. Just some random street cat, and they're selling for $500. Anyway,
We're in the wrong business.
Oh God, they're coming. So.
Oh my God, you just mentioned Cafe Kitty. Why don't we do like Comedy Club Kitty? Yeah. So stoked for this idea.
Okay. All right, Linda. I'm gonna have to operate the TV for these kids in a second. Let's see. Oh, who else do we have?
Kelly.
Kelly McConville. Kelly, I miss you.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I finally figured out how to, use the background. Sorry about that, but.
Oh, no problem. I'm just saying, is this your first time on our Zoom show? It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, because we know each other from real life pre-pandemic shows, and yeah. So I have to mute myself because of all the loud children encroaching on my private time. So tell the people what you've been up to and how's it going in your comedy world.
Okay. So what I've been up to, that would be nothing. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can relate. No, but yes, we did meet BC before COVID. Those were good times. But this is, if you look at the background here, this is what I'm used to as far as in LA. That was my usual spot. 12 a.m. Now I spend a lot of time in the room. So,
are you still in LA or you left?
Well, I'm a poser because I'm actually in Orange County, which is like south of LA. So, and
nicer. Orange County is nicer than LA County. That's in my experience, the places I've been.
It's very pretty. It's very Republican down here. Like he was saying about the anti-maskers, like they're here, they have money. I don't know. It's crazy.
And I don't see any homeless people there when I've been there. I don't know if they're in certain areas, but nowhere that I've seen. It's just everything's clean, beautiful, nice.
Yeah. Not in the area I live in, but most of Orange County, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's so pretty here. Like if you guys have ever seen that show, Real Housewives of Orange County, they exist. They're here. I'm not one of them, but I'm one of the lonely peons. But yeah. So it's awesome though. It's so pretty. I love living here. So yeah, I haven't left. I'm one of the sad, lonely few that have stayed. No, I think a lot of people are staying though, because it's too expensive to leave. I mean, you could sell your house or whatever, and then you couldn't afford to buy another house. So therefore you stay. That's what's going on right now with the crazy housing market and everything. Apparently, I don't know why I brought that up.
So do you go out at all or you're just home? Are you sheltering also?
I go to work And then I come home. It's pretty exciting. It's terrible.
Kelly, you're making me depressed. You're like, I'm a sad person. Come on, Kelly.
Oh my gosh. It's okay.
What do you do for fun?
Well, I'm here doing comedy with you guys for fun. Sometimes I do go out, try to dance with the devil. It's COVID, but fully vaxxed, so I'm okay with it. I'm safe.
You seem like a kitten person. Are you a kitten person, Kelly?
I am, but I also love dogs. I have a dog.
Aw.
Yeah, I have a dog named Zoe. But I totally, if you want to share your cat with me, cat.
Well, first I have to figure out where to find one that's not $500. You would think it'd be so easy to find, but anyway, maybe I'm not looking hard enough.
Right? No.
And then the cat shelter. Okay, so they have these cat shelters, and now because of COVID, you're not allowed to go in. So I'm like, hi, I just don't get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pick your cat.
I don't know. You know what? I give up. I'm like, I just think if the right cat is meant to be in my life, it'll just show up in my yard. Because that's how I've gotten 2 of my out of 5 of my past cats. They just show up one day.
That's good. That's good. There was a cat that would show up in my yard every day. And then the coyote got it.
That's the thing too. I have coyotes here too. I don't want to get a cat, and then it goes outside, it gets eaten. I feel guilty. They did a study. They opened the stomachs of coyotes, or they looked at their poops or something, and they found like 75% of them had cats inside.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, the only thing that was left was just a pair of legs. In the yard. It was terrible.
Gross.
Oh no.
Terrible.
Ugh. That is terrible. And I get coyotes. I've been getting mystery poop in my backyard. It's big. It's poops. It could be like kind of in between cat and dog size poops, but it's like one time it had all these little nuts inside and like grains or something. It was like seedy. It didn't look like cat or dog poop. And then another time it was green. It a couple of days later looked like goose poop or something, but I know it wasn't a goose. So
God.
I don't know if it's an actual coyote in my yard, because I have seen them as close as on my front yard in the street. So maybe they somehow got to the backyard, or if it's a bobcat or I have no idea, a raccoon. I don't know what it was, but they just pooped both of these times. They not only whatever animal it was, I don't know if you guys know about any of this. They didn't bury it. They just pooped right on the sidewalk, like as you're walking, it's right there. So it's not I think cats try to bury it. I don't know. I don't know what animal it was. I'm
You sure it wasn't
coyote.
human poop?
No, it was like in between cat and dog size poop.
Yeah, no, I get poop on my curb in downtown LA all the time. Not a cat. Not a coyote.
What I want to know is, how does the corn stay whole and get through your whole body to the end and stay whole in the poop? I want to know.
That's a good reason to not eat corn.
Right? Or
Somebody
peanuts.
can answer that. That's called fiber. And just go on Google. I'm sure Google can answer that question for you. But Siri, ask Siri.
Oh my God. Well, it's something that ate nuts, whatever it was that pooped.
It was a squirrel.
Yeah, it was different. It was different. I don't know what it was. It was big for a squirrel. It couldn't have been a squirrel.
Giant
It was
squirrel.
big. I was getting squirrels all over. It was a big, I don't know. It looked like goose poop. Anyway, and I know it wasn't a goose. Oh boy. Anyway, Kelly. So, well, at least you made it. At least you made it to a Zoom show, and I haven't seen you since real life. GT used to book you on his shows. So
I loved it. I missed you guys. I wish we could in person, but it's so cool to hang out on Zoom. So thank you for having me tonight.
Yes, and whenever you're ready to come out in person, Carol and I are We're
Yep.
out there all the time.
We
So,
are.
Yes.
Yes.
We're doing all
And we're
the live shit.
vaccinated. But we're vaccinated and we already had COVID too. So that's like double protection. So, all right.
David
Well, welcome
Sharp.
to the show.
David Sharp.
Oh,
David
yay.
Sharp.
We got our final comedian, made it just in the nick of time. David Sharp. How's it going?
It's putting the little guy down. Nothing harder than leaving a baby who's like, Daddy, don't go.
Oh, that
Daddy,
is hard.
I want you to stay here with me. I'm like, I gotta go do an online comedy show, buddy. And somehow that's not like relevant enough to him.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that's why you hear crying in the background, because I'm just locked in the bathroom and they're just pounding down the doors and crying, and they just wait for my show to be over. But they don't really wait patiently. They just torture me.
I told
The
my
whole
son that
time.
Pete D'Alessandro was on the show, and he didn't even care. I'm
No,
sorry, Pete.
Yeah, but those kids know better by now.
It's like he doesn't even know who you were. What are you gonna do?
Oh, there's a lot of toddler parents on this show. This is going to be interesting. So, what else, David? You've been doing real life shows, or where are you? Are you in Los Angeles, or where are you?
This is Denmark. Yeah, I'm in LA. I'm not doing live stuff yet until I can get the little dude vaccinated.
Aw,
yeah.
these are our cautious
the other one?
people. The
Yeah.
Zoom people are the cautious people, and they're all the ones with little kids that they don't want to infect.
Exactly, and I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I have not gotten COVID so far. So,
Aw, well,
Yeah.
it feels great after you've had it. It's terrible. The worst feeling is knowing you've been exposed and just waiting to see if you get it, and then waiting after you know you have it to see how bad it's going to get. Like, that's a terrible feeling.
yeah.
But after it's over, going out in public and like touching doorknobs again and stuff, it's like a great feeling. It's like, I'm immune. So
best 4 months of your life when the antibodies are still in your body. I love that 2-week period of I went to Target a little while ago, and this dude took off his mask to cough. He just
that's how I feel.
Like pulls it
One
down.
time I had to sneeze. I had an N95 mask on, and I had to sneeze. You can't. How can you sneeze in your mask? But I didn't take it off. But I was so tempted.
The boogers they go right there. You can wipe it off later. But like
Terrible.
you
You
cough.
inside your own mask. It's terrible. It's just like, I need to sneeze.
I'm be honest, I haven't done it. What about let's do one of the
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
that even with the mask on, you can still do the not a sneeze,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to, you just want to let it free. It's
Yeah.
like,
I
you want to
hear,
be stuck in there with your sneeze.
but
I didn't take the mask off, but I
hear me
understand
out.
that instinct.
letting it free is maybe the problem these days. A lot of letting it free.
Yeah, that is the problem. So,
Yeah.
no, I held it in. I kept the mask on and sneezed inside my mask. It was uncomfortable, but I did it. So, I don't know. I'm sure we've all sneezed inside of our mask by now, but it only happened to me once. Oh God, the babies are back. You want what? He wants a cheese stick, I think.
Oh, cheese stick. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, David. Anything else you want to add? Anything exciting going on in your life? Anything?
Like I said, we're the ones staying locked down. So no, nothing exciting.
All right. I'm gonna move this on to Mista See, who's gonna start the show while I go get cheese sticks, and then we can hear a little comedy from everybody.
Yay!
How about that?
Great. Well, thank you again, Ms. Wild Joe. All right, and it is the Dial Bar Comedy Show. Glad to have all our comedians here. I'm Mista See, the Enforcer, aka Poppy called a bad boy, aka a lonely dude that gets free COVID tests from across the street because I ain't got it yet. Thank God. I'm just trying to stay healthy because the one thing that wears me out about it is I'm at the healthiest state I've ever been in my life these last 2 years. I'm better. I'm in great shape. I have more energy. My skin looks fucking great. perfect. I have no COVID contact. I don't have a single person that I know that if they had it before, like, and they're not seeing, I was like, okay, well, good. You got the bodies. You can't fuck me up. But I haven't had anybody be around me and then like hit me up a couple of days like, yo, Carl. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna ride it out. I'm gonna ride it out and pray that I don't lose my sense of taste or smell. See how that goes. But sooner or later, I'm sure I'm gonna have to break down because it's gonna be something really cool I want to do, and they're gonna make me do it. So we'll see how it is. I'm just weird like that. I only put drugs in my system to make me have fun, not healthy. So you guys ready for the Dive Comedy Show?
Yeah.
Right. So we got 5 great comedians, 3 gentlemen and 2 ladies. We got some all the way back east. So we're gonna start with the people on the late and then bring it back to the early. We got our first gentleman come to the stage, and this brother is staying up late. He is actually in my family's home state of South Carolina. That's where both my granddads, both my grandmoms is from. Actually, I don't know why I'm not kind of fucked up because I think we all from the same family. But that's the South Carolina thing. Don't worry about that. Anyway, this gentleman right here is about to tell you everything and anything about the torture he has suffered in the land of country bumpkins. This gentleman right here is super tiny. He's got a wonderful name. Dave like the other day, but so much stronger. Let's give another clap for the DZ, Dave Zasloff.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Yeah, it's amazing what I'm hearing from you guys because everything here is open. The clubs are packed. I mean, you standing room only, and everybody's singing and dancing, and it's totally a different experience. And I haven't gotten it, and who knows why? I have no idea. Anyhow, I love being here. I love being in South Carolina, and there's a lot of driving for comics in South Carolina. The gigs are far away, you know, for 150 miles, for 200, you know, it's a lot of driving. It's very different from LA. It seems that apparently, I've learned that one of my best opening line out here has been, "No, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein."
Oh.
It's And then I say, yeah, but I am Jewish, so shalom, y'all, and that works well. I did a temple gig out here. That was fun. I met the other 3 Jews in Greenville, and that was interesting because everybody in temple was wearing a mask. That was I don't know if this is going to work here, but one of the things that it's very hard for me to understand the accent that's happening here in South Carolina. And also just getting around town, it's very tricky. And I finally found a health food store, and I was at a gas station, and gas here is what, $2.60, $2.70. Filling up, I fill my tank for $26. It's $27. It's like at the most 30 something. It's just hysterical. It's wonderful. But I finally found this health food store, and I met a guy at a gas station, and he wanted to go to a health food store. So I told him, hey, I could give you directions. I don't know the names of the streets, but I could tell you how to get there. And he said, okay. So I said, listen, you go out here, and you make a right, and you go past 8 Waffle Houses. Then make a left. You'll go past 6 general dollar stores. Then you make a right, and you'll go past 57 churches. Just the big ones with the steeples. You don't count the little ones because there's too many of them. Jesus is everywhere. Then once you get to the 57th, you make a left, and you go past 4 Walmarts. Right across the street, there'll be a Civil War cemetery with the Confederate flags on it. And then right next to that is the health food store. There you go. Stay healthy. That's been some of my opening lines. There are a lot of gigs out here. I joined Gig Salad. I used to. I don't know if everybody knows what Gig Salad is. It's a thing that gets you gigs. People look for entertainment, and a lot of people in LA I know are on that, and they get pretty good gigs. I tried it. The free thing never worked. And, unemployment ended, so I needed to get some gigs. So I spent a little money on Gig Salad, and that's working. I got my first gig. Unfortunately, thank you, Carol. It's great seeing you. I miss you, and I miss the outdoor the park show very much. Think about it I think about it a lot. I really miss LA. I love being here in South Carolina. I really miss being in LA. I could start to
Miss
cry.
you too.
Thank you. So I got this gig, and they pay up front. They pay, everything's taken care of, and it's great. And I lost my GPS. Without a GPS, I'm dead, totally dead. I had no idea where the hell I was. And I think I told you, I finally found a cop in the city. I got to the city where I was supposed to go, and the policeman had one tooth. And it was totally. So, I kept on looking at his one tooth, and it just reminded me of a beaver. I've one tooth. And there was a young guy in the patrol car, and he could figure out where I had to go. And then the police guy said to me, "But it's in a housing area. There's no business things." And then he realized, oh, there's a church there. And I said, well, maybe it's in a church. And he said, yeah, it's in a church. And I'm not racist and I'm not prejudiced, but it's a colored church. And I'm thinking, well, Mr. Policeman, I think you might be a little prejudiced and don't even fucking know it. Anyhow, he gave me directions, and it said, these streets here, a major thoroughfare is 2 lanes. And some of these incredibly small 2-lane roads have a double line down the middle. Who the fuck is gonna pass on a 2-lane? I mean, and the traffic out here is crazy. This is NASCAR. People driving my slipstream. They're trying. I don't know if they're trying to save gas, but it's crazy driving. And on a highway, on the freeway, or these roads, there's no curb. It's the road and a ditch. That's it. So if you go a few inches to the right, you're in a ditch. Not a lot of deer, but there's a lot of dead skunks. You think my daughter's she's just constantly skunk. Anyhow. So driving out here is a lot of skunks. There's a lot of hunting. I'm really opposed to hunting. 1 minute, okay. People talk about, they don't talk about hunting, they talk about harvesting the deer. And, they think there's too many deer, they have to harvest the deer. And I'm thinking the only reason why there's too many deer is because there's too many fucking people. People, and when you think about history, people have outfucked every animal on the planet. There's, if you go back maybe a few million years, there was like 30 people, maybe 40, 50 people, and billions of animals. Now there's billions of people and 3 polar bears. That's about it. And there's so few polar bears, they can't find each other to fuck. Apparently, every now and then a polar bear will fuck a grizzly bear, but they don't like it because they're racist. All right, I love being with you guys. I miss you incredibly. So good to see you.
Yeah. That's right. Great job by David Zasloff. Right,
Hilarious.
And he brought up a lot of great stuff that we talked about. The move out of LA situation. I came here for music and film and stuff, so I didn't realize how fucked up it is for a new comedian in LA until I started to go do gigs myself over these last 2 to 3 years. It's to the point now, I won't do a show unless somebody come fucking find me. Like, yo, Carl, do the show. Oh, okay. But that whole just going and asking, nah. You know what I'm talking about? Stood out 3 o'clock in the morning in the fucking valley to get on the stage with 3. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that. If you're a young comedian, stay in your small shitty ass town, make a lot of money, get big, and then come to LA. LA is really best for a comedian that's got it rolling and whatnot. You know what I mean? Also, great stuff right there and whatnot. Great situation. So once again, another round of applause for David Zasloff. Man, oh man. Yeah, the South Carolina driving, that's how my mama drive. She's definitely South Carolina. Definitely. All right. So we ready for the next comedian. You guys ready for the next comedian?
Yeah.
All right. So our next comedian is also one of the beasts. She's up in Toronto. I believe they call it the Six. She may even had liaisons with Drake. I don't want to make any assumptions, but it's possible. So you better get ready for somebody that's this close to glory, and she's working hard across the border and hiding in her house because that's the best place to be. You guys ready for this comedian? Can I get a clap for Linda? She is so macho. Camacho.
Camacho, yeah. That's how I start my set, yeah. From now on, every time. Oh man. I actually totally thought I saw Drake the other day. But he kept looking at me like I was gonna do something. So then I was like, I can't take a photo. I can't take. Then I looked back at him. He was still looking at me. I was like, shit. I really want to like follow him right now. And it was like in the rich, like posh area of Toronto. So it probably was him. But it was dark. So I don't want to go up to a random stranger. What if it's not him? Like in Toronto, a dark, just like, I don't want to get kidnapped. You know? Anyways, I'm growing out my hair.
Woo.
My body hair. Look at that. Simultaneously grossing out all the men in the world and turning on all the lesbians. I was really lazy about shaving pre-pandemic anyways. I would just like, downstairs, I would just shave a circular part in the middle. I just called it the George Costanza. Sometimes I put a fake tooth there. I'll call it the beaver, right, David?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't like how as a bigger person, I don't get complimented on my whole body, just on specific body parts. Like, oh, you have really soft elbows. I really like your matching eyebrows. I really like your confidence. Not even a body part, but I have enough confidence to never talk to you again. Yeah. I know I look like I have a lot of one night stands. It's true. Only because I don't sleep with a guy twice if he cannot give me an orgasm.
Yay.
That matters. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Great. I make really great revenge by giving them the best blowjobs ever. Right? That doesn't sound like good revenge, right? But then I never contact them again. I am the blowjob ruiner. My mom always told me you have to get ass in school, and so naturally I became a slut.
Nice.
And turns out because of a Latina accent, I didn't realize she was telling me to get A's in school.
Oh shit.
And I went for the D's. Oh.
Hey.
Like, serious question. Why do guys suck in bed? Why don't they teach that in sex ed? Like, by the way, it's not going to be worth it 95% of the time. I asked this in another show, and there was a guy who said, well, why? And no, you answer me that. Why, men? Why? Was it so hard? Is either like, Carol, why? I like moan for 2 seconds, and they're like, you orgasmed.
No.
You owe me one. Like, no, bro, you owe orgasms from 10 girlfriends ago. We're never gonna be on the same level. My mom tells me, you know, half your jokes, I know they're just lies, Linda. I know you just make that shit up. I'm like, half my jokes are sex jokes. I'm sorry to break it to you, but they're all real. Those are the realest ones. But whatever you say to yourself to like feel better, Mom, they're all just a great imagination. Great imagination. I'm no slut. Anyways, thank you very much for having me, Carol and Joe and Mista See. I love you all.
Yeah, that's right. Round of applause for Linda Camacho. That's right. That's right. And she brought up a very serious topic that as a young man, I used to be very concerned about, the bad nut first timer. There was this one girl I had a crush on named Nikki. She went to Dell State. I met her at a Philadelphia festival. I chased this girl for 3 months, right? And then she finally invited me out to school. I drove an hour and a half, 2 o'clock in the morning to get this motherfucking ass, right? I get over there, and then I'm expecting us to just dive right in. So my dick was hard ever since I left Philly before I got to Delaware. My dick was just dropping down. I'm like, hold up, we gonna cry. And my dick was like, no, I got it, right? So I get there, and instead of us like kind of really getting into it, she throws on like one of these crazy Japanese pornos with like this monster that literally had like a rotating dick. I'm not bullshit, like, pew, 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 pew. We watched it for 30 minutes. My dick is fucking rock hard. She randomly decides to give me a little bit of burn. Man, I busted like a half a fucking second, okay? And then she didn't want to do it anymore. I'm like, no, that's the first joint. This next one got like 40 minutes to 2 hours on it, babe. The lesson here is, ladies, if it's your first time dealing with a guy, especially if he doesn't have a girlfriend and he's not a womanizing whore, like many men, he hasn't had any pussy in a while. And if he hasn't busted a nut while you're hanging out with him for an hour, 2 hours, that motherfucking dick has been hard for 2 hours. Give that man a fucking hand job if you know you're not into it. I'm not bullshitting. You know how to suck his dick? Just when y'all start kissing and rubbing, just reach out there and just bow. I'm telling you, number one, he's gonna eat your pussy for the next 10 minutes while he waits for his dick to get back. So you get a free pussy eating, and you're about to get 20 to 40 minutes of good dick. So that's a lesson for any lady who has that issue. Listen to your boy, Linda. It'll fix your problem.
Oh my gosh.
That's real shit. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting. You know, I'm telling you, you know how many guys are sitting around like, yeah, she might tell her friends I got shit dick. It's like, I be laying it down. I'll break backs. But that one day, you know, I was a little tired. You know what I mean? I drank a lot of caffeine. You know what I'm saying? I saw, you know, I'm just saying, there was this old lady with a nice bra. It just throws you off. So lesson learned there. Round of applause for Linda Camacho. That's right. All right, so we're gonna jump right into our next comedian. And I love this guy's name. Not only does it remind me of a past teacher I had, but back in Philly, one of the best cheesesteak spots in the city that almost any Philadelphian will tell you is called D'Alessandro's. So this man has got good comedy food from the soul to the tips of his feet, and it's gonna pop out his lips all over your face like one of Linda's boyfriends in 13 seconds. So you guys ready? Make it a clap, 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 or beat D'Alessandro!
Thank you very much. I don't know if I've ever been introed in comparison to an orgasm, a fast, early orgasm before, but I'm happy about that. Surprisingly happy about that. If you'd asked me, I would have said no, but yeah, I'm glad. Thanks. You guys were talking about, David, you were talking about before the show, just what it's like in that couple of days when you're waiting to find out, oh no, I've been exposed to COVID, what happens? And it's 2021's equivalent of like getting that call from somebody you slept with, but like, hey, look, I have some sores and I can't explain them. You're gonna have to get tested. And that's what we're living with. But now we don't actually get laid for that. We just walk near someone and get coffee. And that's getting laid was much better way to do that. All right, so I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 fur babies and 1 skin baby. You can't call them skin babies, right? Like, it's pretty gross. But she doesn't have fur. She's human. So we don't have a better word. So skin baby it is. I've got a wonderful toddler. I've got 2 cats. My toddler right now, we just went through potty training last month, which was a huge deal. And yeah, everything exactly what you would think it is. There's a lot of poop jokes and poop. And the only thing that helps you are the poop jokes. So it's the only thing that makes you feel better about how many rooms can one poop occupy? And like 7. My house has 5 rooms. How does it get to 7 rooms? It does. It does. It's got pretty gross around here. But yeah, potty training was great. And I know I was on the show a couple months ago and I told you guys I had termites. We killed all the termites.
Woo!
Yeah. It doesn't feel it. The house feels lonelier. Honestly, I'll just say it feels lonelier. I didn't think you'd miss 7 million roommates, but you do. You do. You feel it's crowded at first, but when they're gone, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Yeah. So awkward topic. I'll get into. I don't really want to. I'm not ready to talk about this. I have to have sort of an embarrassing surgery next month. Not really looking forward to it, but I'm finally getting a pretty serious penis reduction surgery. I didn't want to do it. My back was starting to hurt. I didn't have. You need to start compensating for it in other parts of life. All right, no, that's bullshit. I'm not. I have to have butt surgery.
What?
I have to have butt surgery. I'm 41, and that's what you do at 41. You have butt surgery. Yeah. So that's what I have to do.
What's wrong
So
with
I've
your
just been
butt?
trying to
Hemorrhoids?
penis. No, sadly, much worse. So I've been trying to pitch the penis reduction because I really want people to believe that this is somehow less embarrassing than this. No. You know how butts generally have 1 hole in them? No, sorry, not me. So that's what I got to get fixed. You should not have extra hole, but and that's my problem. So I got to do that. But I got to explain this to my friends. So I'm trying out the penis reduction thing because I have to have somebody come help me because after the surgery, you can't lift up your kid in and out of the crib. You can't do any of that stuff. I have no core without using my butt, apparently. That's anytime you're doing anything with your core, apparently you need your butt's help. And I can't do for a while. So I need to explain to friends why they have to come over and I can't lift up my kid. I can't fake this. So tell me how you guys feel on the penis reduction thing, because that's the best I've come up with so far. That's all I can really do. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Mr. C. That makes me feel a little better. All right. So I'm going to sell that from now on. I can do that. It's been all right here. You know, the cats are getting used to it. We got a new house, which is why I'm broke. We got a new house. We got no termites. And we have to do so much. My wife, there's so much work on this house that needs to be done. And I'm like, all right, honey, you know what? We're going to do this. This is going to be a big deal. We're going to fix this wall. There's a hole in it. This is what we're going to do. We'll spend the money. It's okay. And she's like, all right, can we buy these 27 other $1 things? Like, no, we can't spend little money when we spend all the big money, honey. And that's we just run out, and we don't have the ability to have extra money anymore. And that doesn't get through when you're the person who's not going to work. That doesn't click. And yeah, Carol, I see your fucking comments. That's pretty good. I am technically a double asshole. I can't really deny that. I can't really deny that. Yeah, and I just made fun of my wife, my kid, my cats. Yeah, so double, quintuple asshole. Take it how you want it.
Take it how you want it.
No, you take.
Yo, I'm taking it how I don't want it. This is the definition of how I don't want it. Would you like an old man to poke your butt every couple months for a couple weeks, but finding out until you've got an extra hole in there? How do I know he didn't make the extra fucking hole? How do I know? I don't know. I'm just trusting a guy who's like, I'm gonna do this to you. Like, why? All right, you know what? Maybe I could just not worry about it for another 40 years, and hopefully
Nobody has two buttholes, Pete.
I don't have two buttholes. There's a bit of damage in the regular hole. It's sort of like a carpool lane is really what it is. It's a carpool lane in my butt. All right. On that note, I am leaving you guys. Enjoy that. Take that home with you.
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Pete D'Alessandro. Outstanding.
Assholes for one.
Outstanding. He actually mentioned something that brought me back to something the gentleman mentioned earlier. He mentioned that he lost his 7 billion roommates. Do you guys know right now there's about 7.5 to 8 billion people on the planet? When I was 10 years old, I used to look up the number. There was only 4 to 5 billion people on the planet when I was 10 years old. We have doubled in this last fucking 30 years. Yeah, we're fucking. And we're fucking raw. Camacho style. You get what I'm saying? It's in and out quick, baby, I'm going. Next one. In and out quick, baby, I'm going. Next one. In and out quick, baby, I'm going. Next one. It's either us or the termites, guys. Us or the termites. That's right. Another round of applause for PDP. Hey, Pete, I'm worried about my trip to the doctor too, baby. I gotta get checked too. I'm 42. I'm 46. I gotta get checked. So another round of applause for Pete D'Alessandro. That's right. And for the safety of the world, guys, stop fucking. Stop fucking. I mean, what are the coyotes going to do? That's all I'm saying. What are the coyotes going to do? That's all I'm saying. All right. So we got 2 more comedians coming to the stage. Next comedian coming up about to lay it down is a wonderful young lady out here kicking it in the OC where nobody ever is going to be. But it's the happiest place in the world. It's nice and quiet and beautiful. Sunny days. Well, she said except in her neighborhood. So she might live in the meth part of the OC. But the rest of the OC, super nice like the TV show. And get ready for her version of a little bit of both. The best of both worlds. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for Kelly, the miggity Mac McConville?
Oh my God, that was so good. Do it again.
Miggity Mac McConville.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, no, the Orange County is really nice. Yeah, but no, I don't live in that part of Orange County. No, I don't. And I don't know. I guess while you guys were all thriving and staying safe and, figuring out your life, I was part of the camp that just completely fell apart, right? Because COVID would do that to you. I mean, just the idea of like going outside and that being scary. I was like, you know what? I'm not seeing anybody. I'm going to stop doing the makeup, doing all that stuff. Whatever, And here I am. I'm also all the way out here in California by myself. My parents are home in Maryland, and that's all the way on the other side of the country, which is crazy. I especially miss my mom. My dad, he's also there, but I especially miss my mom, Yeah, she's totally my twin. Let me find a picture of you guys, or of you guys. You guys know what you look like. Let me find a picture of her, and I can show you really quick. Oh, okay, here she is. Cute resemblance. I know, twins. Oh, yeah, I miss her. I miss her a lot. I don't know. I didn't give up right away. You know, I think at the beginning of the pandemic, when we all had hope, I was still in, like, you know, good spirits, and I was actually feeling like really entrepreneurial, you know. So I decided to get a second job and start selling my underwear online. And yeah, it was crazy. And yes, that is a second job. If you think about it, it's called passive income. You know, I'm working right now. If you hard at work, doing two things at once, honestly. But yeah, no, the whole underwear thing was tough. You know, there's a lot more underwear out there than you would think. The market is saturated with is what I'm trying to tell you. So, I don't know. And then it was turning me into like this different person. Like, I was like waking up and checking my phone, like, why hasn't anybody looked at my ass? You know, it's not good for the heart, you know, for the soul. So I was like, I mean, I'm still for sale in, you know, online, but it's okay. It's fine. Like, I'm technically working right now, but still looking for other opportunities. If you want to look me up, it's pork dumpling. No numbers. Apparently that screen name was not taken. Shocking, really. I have this whole spiel about my dumpling being sweet and spicy. It's good. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't raking in the money that I thought it was going to. So I started looking for a third job, if you will. And my coworker, super smart girl, she was talking about how you never date someone unless they have money, right? And I was like, I've been doing it wrong this entire time. So I started going on the sugar daddy website, sugardaddy.com to be specific. And it was crazy because, I don't know, I just thought it would be different, you know, like I thought there would be like a donate button where they could just like send you money directly, but no. If you guys are interested, no, that does not exist. And you actually have to talk to people. And it's awkward, you know. I mean, at first I was calling them all sir because they were in their 80s. And just getting complicated. My screen name was still pork dumpling. Not taken. Shocking. I was really into. He didn't have a picture, and his screen name was PayPal. Like, you get me. Yeah, and as soon as he answers my messages, we're gonna get down. And you know what we're gonna have, you guys? We're gonna go out and we're gonna get some pork dumplings. Thank you. It was really fun. Thanks guys.
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Kelly Miggity McConville. I'm very similar. Even though I don't have any children or anybody to love me in my life, so I've been leaving the house. But I actually really enjoyed the fact that COVID hit. I love being at home. I'm working from home. Everywhere I go, nobody's there. The movie theater is empty. There's no fucking lines at the store. I need this COVID shit to blow up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never been happier. I've never been happier. It's terrible. If I could just find me a girlfriend in COVID. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And me and her are gonna make sure we spread it far and wide because we got to keep this.
There you go.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Because most comedians were kind of fucked up. We're low-key depressed. There's tears behind the clown. Most comedians, we love people, but we don't like them. It's just how it works and whatnot. So we're like, oh, no people? Fucking great. They went down. Wait, no people at my show? Fuck! Not great. It's just the dichotomy of comic life and whatnot. What you ask for, you get it, then you're fucking pissed and you make a great joke about it. That's comedy. That's what I'm talking about. Another round of applause, guys, for Kelly making him a comedy.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more comedian coming up to the stage, and I like this gentleman's whole swag, his name. He's got dark colors going everywhere. He got a bunch of brothers around him also dressed in dark colors, and his name is relevant to two great NFL players. I suspect he may be the third brother of Shannon and Sterling Sharp. He just didn't get the NFL career going yet. You guys ready for this comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So let's get a clap for David. He beast.
Thank you. Yes, that is. Those are the cousins, Shannon and Sterling. I hit them up. They don't hit me back. Yeah, these are my buddies here. I asked them to mask up beforehand. They said no. Go figure. Yeah, with you, man. I gave up too. COVID. I got a 3-year-old. Like this is a man that gave up. Before COVID, I was relatively clean cut, put together. When I was a young man, people used to tell me I looked like Rob Lowe. And then at a certain point, it turned into Patton Oswalt. COVID happened, and now people just say, "Stay back, I have mace." What's not trustworthy about this face? I'm maybe the most trustworthy I've ever been now because I'm a dad. Which it changes your perspective, is what they say, and that's very true. For example, The Simpsons hit different when you realize that you're Homer and not Bart.
Right?
Not as fun. Like a good chunk of my life kind of thinking that I'm like the whimsical scamp. And then at a certain point you realize that Homer in the show is actually younger than you are in real life. He's supposed to be 37 years old. Yeah. Realizing that you have passed Homer. Like I said, this is a man giving up. Who cares anymore? The one thing that I feel bad about with COVID, Mr. C, I'm 100% with you. I love the COVID lifestyle. It works for me so well. I feel guilty because of all the dead people. But
Right.
this would be right up my alley. I smoke a lot of marijuana, and normally having a weed cough, like in the grocery store, nobody looks at you. It's all of a sudden nobody wants to stand near the guy that's just not that I was that popular beforehand. And, one of the things that's different about being a parent is like watching movies and things. Used to be when you're siding with the kids, you watch like a horror movie and there's like a demon and the team of like teen kids has to go fight the demon on their own. And the parents are like, don't go fight that demon. And you're like, you lame square parents, the kids have to go fight the demon. I side with the parents now. Why are those kids fighting that demon? Number one, If your kid tells you they're going to go fight a demon, that's called a schizophrenic break. Don't let them go fight a demon. Call a doctor, a brain doctor. Let's say you believe them. Let's say you're in a world where you believe the kid's going to go fight a demon. What makes you think that your teenage child is the most qualified person in the world to fight demons? This is a person who a couple of years ago you were picking out their underwear, and now somehow they're fit to go do battle with like Yawgmoth of the Pit. Stop the kid. Let the professionals, the Ghostbusters, the Exorcists, whatever. Let them handle the demons. Keep the kids safe at home. I understand that's not a very good movie. It ends at the 45-minute mark. Dad, we're going to go fight the demon. No. Movie over. Made the movie over because it's the apocalypse. It's a sad ending. It's a short movie and a sad ending. I see why they write it the way that they do, but I don't agree. So I'm a good dad because I protect my kid from all of the harm that could befall him. You don't know how much harm there is until you become a father. I was never scared of the faucet that comes out of the bathtub before. But a tiny, fragile little kid whose dome is like right at faucet height, and that faucet becomes terrifying. So what I did was I bought a little rubber whale. Right on the end of the faucet, so that like if the kid bangs his head against it, they don't actually get hurt, right? Ah, Joe! You see a picture? She's got the
got the wheel.
Pete, you have a whale?
This is it. I'm in the bathroom. It's my faucet
That's
whale.
exactly it. My kid named the whale.
Pete has one too.
Give it up to Joe and Pete for being safe.
Hey, you know you're relatable when everybody has one on this call.
It honestly makes me feel so good because I didn't know. Like, am I crazy for getting this faucet whale? And now I know, and so like I feel great. We have other parents that have faucet whales. That's fantastic. Is it wrong that now I secretly kind of want him to bang his head against it? Because I know it'll be safe. I know that it won't hurt him because I have the whale. And so I want to make sure I get my money's worth. You know what I mean? Just wrong. So my son named the whale. He calls it Kosua, which is how he says coleslaw in toddler. Kosua, which I think it sounds like French. Kosua, very sophisticated. The other weird kid device that I do not use, and I want to make that clear. When my son was born, I was given this device, and I don't remember who gave it to me, because if I did, I would call them and tell them, don't give this to people. It's called the Windy. Pete, Joe, did you guys get a Windy at any point? A Windy, it's a little device. When the baby is feeling gassy, what you do is you insert it in the baby's
What?
Sure, if that's the way you want it. I mean, you
You said it, R. Kelly.
And then I guess you put on their tummy to release the farts. I've not used this because I think one of the clearest examples I've ever heard of the cure being worse than the disease. Why not just cut off the end of your finger? That'll solve it. How do you even go about purchasing a Windy? Like you go to the Carters, like the Bye Bye Baby. Isn't it crass that they call it Bye Bye Baby? What a gross name. The Bye Bye Baby. And excuse me, I was wondering where do you keep your anal trumpets? I was looking for which aisle do you have that in? I'm not going to use this because I know that if I were to ever actually use this on my son, there would come a time, like a couple years, in the future, where like he would go to a birthday party, and like he'd be having fun. There's like a clown. There's a show gonna start, and then like he wakes up like out of a blackout in the back seat of a cop car, like covered in blood, and he's just like, "What? How how did I get here? I don't remember what happened. I was at the party, and the clown took out the kazoo, and then it all went black. No Wendy's for the babies. I'm so happy you guys have your whales, though. Do your whales have names?
Uh-uh.
Oh, Jesus. Terrible parents. Get on that. Oh, my God.
What was the name? Kosa
Whale.
Kosabla? Mine's
Kosua.
Kosua. That's his name.
Yeah.
Well, we have a name for him now.
Aw. That's funny. Well, at least you didn't have to suck the farts out. I thought you were gonna have to suck.
I think I got
I
a
thought
one.
you were gonna have to suck the farts out, David.
This is dive bar comedy.
Because they have one called the nose Frida. You know that one where you suck
do.
the snot out.
The
And I
wind
heard.
The
I
Winnie
think this
is made
Winnie, maybe it's the same maker, same manufacturer.
is 100% the same manufacturer. This is true.
But
And I
but
tell you what I
you
think.
suck the snot out, but you don't have to suck the farts out, I guess.
They had success with the nose Frida, and they're like, people buy this. People are willing to suck the boogers out of their kids' noses. What are we going to do next?
Suck the parts out.
Looking like, what's the next market? How do you expand? It is the same people.
Save us, Mr. C.
Wow.
Save us from the farts.
That's great.
Is it? Is it?
Oh, you done?
Yeah, he's been done.
Okay, I was just so traumatized. I was so traumatized.
Out of it.
Baby shark.
You guys know. Let's all talk.
You guys are fucking warriors, man. You're fucking warriors. And I'm gonna tell you why. The fart thing, okay, I've had a few thoughts. I can take a fart to the face, right? But the sucking the snot out into this thing, I fucking get nauseous. Just I don't know what my baby's gonna do. She's gonna be sitting there choking. I'm just be looking at him like, I don't know what we're gonna do here, bro. Honey, she want answer? Oh fuck! I'm gonna just take this kid to bye baby, get it over with. Safest option. I'm sure that's like the the Pizzagate of babies. That's how that works. So once again, another round of applause for David B. Shaw.
Yay!
That's right. That was all of our comedians at the Dive Bar Show. I'm still practicing a couple theme songs. So I'm gonna do the Gummy Bears theme song, and then Miss Wild Joe's gonna take us out of here and tell us where to go. I think all this baby talk is ideal for children.
After babies.
Let's see what we got here. And I believe it is the Gummy Bears. Yes. Right. Okay. Okay. Dashing, daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. All through the forest they sing out in chorus, marching along as the song fills the air. Gummy bear, bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventures that's beyond compare. They are the Gummy Bears. Oh yeah! Magic and mystery are part of their history, along with the secret of gummy bear use. The legend is growing. They take pride in knowing all through the film and whatever they do. Gummy bear bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventures that's beyond compare. They are the Gummy Bears. I keep practicing that one. I always get stuck in that second verse. All right, round of applause for all my comedians one more time. Tell us where we gotta go.
Wow. And the youngest member of our group asked, is that a real song? Yes, it is a real song from, I guess, the 80s.
Yes.
And
What?
Mista See, I want to respond to that song. Do you guys remember a song? It was an ad. It's another earworm. Play school dinosaurs. They're big and bad and tough. I can make them growl. I can make them. I can play with them real rough. They're the realest ones around. I'm so glad I found my play school dinosaurs. I don't know. They had some catchy tunes back then.
Yes.
Still stuck in my head today. Carol's shaking her head. She doesn't remember. Mista See remembers.
I remember those. I remember the commercial.
It was an ad. But anyway, some great songs. Mista See's making us remember the 80s. So thanks for that. This was a fun show. We had all of our cautious people, all the parents, everybody's home with their little whales. And then we had like the East Coasters, the Canadians. This is fun. So
If anybody
we'll be
wants,
back on Zoom next month. If I can get anybody to do Zoom again, people are over it. Everybody wants to go out in real life. So we're doing 3 shows a month in LA and then 1 show on Zoom a month now. So
over internet comedy, I'm about to go over to Twitch and Sharp Balloons. My partner and I have a show. She makes balloons, and we say stupid stuff. So,
cool.
Sharp Balloons.
Wait, Sharp Balloons on
Sharp
Twitch?
Balloons on Twitch. He said.
Okay, I'm into the Twitch now. I'm like the kids. I'm hip to the jive.
Come say what's up.
All right. Yeah, and check out all our comedians. The best thing you could do is follow them. Everybody's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Some people are even on Twitter. So just follow our people.
Yay!
Yay!
On the ground. The world's best laugh. That's me.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, you guys. So we will see you, if not in real life, we'll see you on one of these streaming shows next month on the 2nd Tuesday of the month. So have a good one, you guys. Carol, I just see a hand. Does this, you have a